He was a cutie, he was feisty, like as a little guy. He had wisdom beyond his years, he had a sense of humor beyond his years. He would make friends with anybody. You know, usually it was like the lady running the stand at the rink or the guy running the stand at the baseball field. He always found a way to make buddies. I don't know why I call him my best friend, because he made fun of me more than anybody else my whole life. Every chance he got, but he was my guy. My wife used to say to me, what are you gonna do when Colin goes to college? And I used to say, I'm going with him. I'm going with him. Yeah, I remember the first time he put on skates. You know, again, he wanted to be like his big brother. And I remember going to the learn to skate, and he spent more time on his face than on his feet. And I didn't think he'd like it. He loved it. He loved it. Couldn't get enough of it.
And Colin Meany wins it. He's in on the breakaway. Blocker high. Big time shot right there.
Every practice, every drill, every game, every off ice, he made sure he did it to his fullest. And that intensity just followed him everywhere he went. He wanted everything for the team. He was a very unselfish player, one of the best we've had.
And the ride home, I knew it was bad. You know, he told me, he's like, Dad, it feels like my brain is shaking in my head. He was acting, it wasn't him. You know, he's like he was drunk. So I knew it was trouble. You know, without delay, we took it to a local concussion specialist. And it was at that first doctor's interview where the doctor was giving him an assessment where Colin revealed that he had sustained a concussion just prior to that. And I said to him, I said, why couldn't you tell me, man? Like, he tells me everything. And it's very simple. He goes, Dad, if I told you I know I couldn't play, I just wanted to play. So that was the start. So that concussion specialist ultimately cleared him to play again. Maybe a few weeks after that, you know, Colin told me in a text, he said, Dad, he goes, I'm mad, I'm depressed for no reason. Like, what's going on? He was confused. It was confusing him. We took him to a very highly respected neurologist. Shortly after that, by Colin's account, there's no more depression. You know, he was asked repeatedly. I asked him too many times. I'm like, you know, in my terms. The doctors asked him in their language. He always denied having any depression. I'd say, you know, oh man, you good? You good? And he's like, Dad, I'm better than you. Stop asking me. Stop asking me. So then I kind of stopped asking him, to be honest with you. He wore sunglasses in class. He couldn't deal with loud noise. He actually had to leave his junior prom. He couldn't sleep. But we all thought these were things they were going to pass. He was on medication for his headaches, and we really just thought this concussion was just going to be something that he'll get through, you know, under phenomenal doctor's care, and we'll just get through it. We had no idea he was fighting depression. For 4 years, you know, 2 months and 1 day. I try to look back and see change in him, and he wasn't. People ask me, well, how long was he depressed? How long was he depressed? And I sound like a jerk when I say, he wasn't depressed. He wasn't, but it sounds nuts, but he was. I said, no. I mean, I could tell you, the minute I found my son, I knew 100% it was the concussions, right there. And he said it right in his notes to us. I'll never be the kid I was 2 years ago. I'm angry and depressed for no reason. He goes, no matter how many medications you put me on, I'll never be the kid I was 2 years ago. His words. So this wasn't about a girlfriend. This wasn't about, you know, all the reasons other people, you know, do this. This was, he said it in his words. It was, you know, the concussions changed his life, and he saw no way out. As many people do, and we were looking for you know, where donations could be made. We just Google concussion help. Because we want it, you know, again, to this day, we just want to help families, prevent them from making those same funeral arrangements. So that's how, you know, I was lucky enough to find Concussion Legacy Foundation, and you know, I love the work that you guys do. I just want my role to be educating these kids and these parents on the evil of the depression that can come with these concussions. With my son, I think it would be most important for me to let him know it's okay. It's all right, bud, you got depression. I know you do. It's because your chemicals in your brain aren't, you know, working right. They have to understand that. It's not because you're weak. It's not because you're any of those things. It has to be because the chemicals are changing in your brain, and you're depressed for a reason. We can get through it. We'll get you on the right meds, and we'll get you through this. It's just you know, a pothole or a bump in the road. We'll get past it. My son didn't see that. This is mean, this is a nightmare. I'm living a nightmare. And I don't want anyone else to do this. If we could help just one family have to deal with this nightmare, then that's what we're doing. Whatever I gotta do.